Does your family own ancestral property? Has one of the family members sold the ancestral property without your consent? What do you do in such a situation? That is the topic for our discussion today. My name is Ramana Reddy and I am a practicing lawyer in the High Court of Telangana. On this channel, I help you by simplifying complex legal concepts. So let's take the classic case. Let's say there's the father, mother, son, daughter. Let's say the father passes away, leaving behind the wife, the son, and the daughter. Now let's say that this family owns 5 acres of agricultural land. And let's say that one of the family members, let's say the son, has sold away 1 acre to a third party through a sale deed without the consent of the mother, of his mother and his sister. Now in this situation, what are the remedies of the mother and the daughter in this particular case? So their remedy is to file a comprehensive suit for partition in the competent civil court. Now for a detailed discussion on how to file a partition suit in Telangana, make sure you click the links above, where I talk in detail about how to file a suit for partition. Now in this particular video, we're going to be talking about this slight variation where a piece of property has already been sold, a piece of ancestral property has already been sold to a third party. Now in that case, what do? So you go to the civil court and then what do? So you pray that a decree be passed and that the properties be divided equally between the 3 of them. So you would say there are a total of 5 acres. Please divide the 5 acres equally or give equal shares to the 3 of us. That is going to be your first prayer. Your second prayer is going to be that insofar as the 1 acre that has been sold by the son to a third party through a sale deed, please declare that sale deed as null and void. Please declare that sale deed that the sale deed does not bind either the mother or the sister, because we are not parties to that sale deed and that sale deed was executed illegally. So that is one variation in a partition suit where ancestral property has already been sold by the time you come to court. Now there is another variation, which is, let's say that the son is planning to sell the property and you have information that the son is planning to sell the 1 acre out of the 5 acres. You don't have to wait for the actual sale. You can file a suit for partition. You can also pray for another relief for consequential injunction to restrain the son from selling that property till the final suit is disposed, till his share is allotted to him, and only then he be permitted to sell the joint family property. The other variation is that at the end of whenever you file a suit for a partition, you have to file something called a complaint. Now, when you file the plaint, what you would have to do is that you would have to extract which property are you talking about. Like you would have to extract the details of the property. You would have to extract, in which survey number these 5 acres exist. You would have to extract, what are the boundaries, which village, which mandal, which city, and so on. So the variation here would be that in a partition suit, you would just say, 5 acres, and please partition these 5 acres amongst the 3 of us. But in a case where a piece of property out of that 5 acres has been sold, so you would also include a second schedule to the plaint, and you would say, so you would identify this is the total property, and the second schedule which would consist of property that is already sold. So you would say that this property is available, this is sold, and in respect to property that is sold, please declare this sale deed which has transferred this particular property as null and void, and that it does not bind us. So that is another variation where some property has already been sold, or you have knowledge that this property is going to be sold. Insofar as court fee is concerned, again there is a slight variation, because in a suit for partition in Telangana, the court fee is only 200 rupees under section 34(2) of the Telangana Court Fee and Valuation Act. But that applies only if the family is in joint possession. So for the 4 acres, you will pay 200 rupees court fee. For the other 1 acre that is already sold, you would pay 3/4 of the market value of the plaintiff's share. You pay 1% on that. So what does that mean? I've done a detailed video on how to calculate the court fee for a suit for partition in Telangana. Make sure you click the links above where I talk in detail as to how to calculate court fee if a property has already been sold. The other variation will be that who will be parties to the suit. Generally in a partition suit, all the family members are parties to the suit. But if a piece of property has already been sold to a third party, then you would also have to implead the purchaser into the suit. So these by and large are the major differences when you file a partition suit versus when you file a partition suit and a piece of property among the ancestral properties has already been sold. I hope that video was helpful. Thank you for watching.